Hi, you are listening to WXOU, Oakland University, and I am joined by Darcy Moran for an interview today.
Hello.
Hi, so I just want to start. Who are you guys? Introduce yourselves.
Yes, hi, I'm Darcy Moran.
My name is Tony Scalzi.
My name's Andrew Trumpeter.
And what do you guys do?
I sing and play guitar and the whole thing.
So I played drums for the band, but for this radio show I played acoustic.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I learned the whole set like 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a G.
That's
quite
kind
literally.
of crazy, actually. So where are you guys from?
Oh, wait, hold up.
Wait.
You know.
Oh, I'm so
no,
sorry,
you're totally
Andrew.
good.
I play the bass.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah, so
What's
how
up?
long you guys have been doing music?
I have been playing like in and out of bands since I was like 10-ish. Started my own solo thing around like 12 or 13. And then we started playing together last year, and it's almost been a year-ish, coming up in like May or June.
Yeah, so that's gotta be crazy transitioning from like a solo act to like the band. So like, what's like the songwriting process to change all your solo music to full band stuff?
Ooh, okay. So I had like basically the stuff that I had out at the time, which is just like acoustic things that I recorded in my room. Really nothing special to it, but they were all like ukulele based. And I had put out like basically like, yeah, about like June of last year, saying like, hey, kind of want to make this full band if anyone's interested. Tony and I already knew each other, so I had reached out about him playing drums. And Andrew messaged right away and was like, yo, let me play bass. And I was like, okay, cool. And he showed up to practice and he knew all of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's basically like, I mean, I won't speak for you guys, but like you guys basically write your own parts to it.
Yeah, so I mean, what we essentially did is for like a couple months we were just playing the songs like that that Darcy had released, and we would just experiment adding on like our instruments. So like usually what would happen is Andrew would write a bass line and I would simultaneously write like a drum part that kind of like matches up with it, and then we would just like every practice we'd like change a couple things, and then we got to where we are now just from doing that.
Yeah, it's seriously. I think our like biggest transition, I mean like personally, because half my stuff was on ukulele and I like switched it over to guitar, but I think the song that had the biggest change was 6 Weeks, because when we played acoustically, it's like super slow, like very dramatic, very sad, and then we actually changed it, so now it's like twice as fast. It's on electric, it's distorted,
Okay.
and there's like a crowd participation thing, and then it like transitions into another song. But the song basically went from this like sad, like how am I gonna get past this, to this like more punkish, like I'm already past this, screw you, like it's taken 6 weeks and I'm done, I'm over with it. So
Yeah. So in this like transition to the full band, what have been your like favorite things about it?
I think personally, I mean, outside of like actually being able to play with people, I mean, these two are great. With me, something that I noticed back when I used to play acoustically is that everyone would talk over my set. No one would ever pay attention. I mean, like, a lot of people who used to see me before can attest to it. Like,
Yeah.
I would be fighting for my life up on stage, being like, can somebody please listen? But now that, like, there's a backing band to it, people are actually, like, starting to pay attention, and it's really cool, not just being background noise.
Yeah. We could actually talk about that. So you've went from like bar shows to opening for people to having your own headlining show a couple months ago. How has that transition been for you guys?
It's honestly been insane. As I said, I started playing like restaurants and whatnot around like 12 or 13, and was once again background noise and constantly fighting for my life up there. Where like I remember I'd walk in and I would just have like a singular amp that I'd plug like a microphone into, and I wouldn't even have like a plug-in for my guitar, and I would just like scream is the best way to put it. And then starting to play locally at a young age was actually pretty difficult, because it felt like not a lot of people like took me seriously, or it was super hard to get shows. Or there was one time that I was opening up for a band and I stepped out of like a certain area of the venue and somebody was like, hey, fans have to wait outside, you can't be in here. And I was like, no, I'm on the bill. Like, I'm playing here. And he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, no, like, please go look. And I almost got kicked out of my own show.
Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. And then I actually was not planning on continuing my solo project. I was planning on focusing on other things. And then had the opportunity to play another show last August. And when these two hopped on, it definitely changed everything a lot more for the better, especially with, like, shows and opportunities. And plus, like, just the songwriting as a whole. I feel like the songs are so much more complete now. And because, like, everyone's personalities are tied into it. Like, you can hear, like, the bass line and you're like, yes, that's Andrew. That is so Andrew. And, like, same thing with Tony. I just feel like there's a lot more personality to the music now than just a, like, oh, I'm a girl playing ukulele. I'm so awkward. Like,
Yeah, so speaking of that, what are you guys' like favorite show moments as like a group?
anyone has any?
My favorite
Alright.
moment from a show would probably be at the very first one when we were the like very first opener of the
Okay.
night, and I had never performed in like this kind of setting before. So like this was my first time on like a stage like this with like a band, and I remember being like super nervous because I was so worried that I was gonna drop like a stick or something during the show. And I remember as soon as we started playing, everything kind of changed, and it just felt like instead of being like scared to be on stage, I felt like really excited to be there, and it was a lot easier from then on. So I think that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's got to be like a crazy transition going from not ever doing that before to being
Yeah.
on stage and like people singing your words back at you and like jamming out. Like that's
Yeah.
got to be nuts.
It was definitely crazy because I know Darcy's been doing shows for forever, it seems like, and that was like the very first show I'd ever done, and I had only been in the band for what, like 2 months or 2 or 3 months or something like that. So it was like everything was moving super fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of favorite show moments, how about the worst show moments?
Ooh.
Things always go wrong, you know?
Okay.
Gotta roll with it.
Should I tell the Grand Rapids story? Ish. Okay. Yeah. So we played Grand Rapids like 2 weeks ago, and the night before, I just think this is funny for myself. And I just ended up like not sleeping the night before, and like I think I got like an hour at most. Like went to bed at 8, up by 9, and so we hit the road, and I got coffee, and then we hit the hotel room, and I got more coffee, and then tried to take a nap. I could not sleep. Like I was planning on sleeping the entire way there, could not sleep. So I was just like, okay, here's coffee, here's a bit more coffee. Then I took a Zip Fizz, and then I had a Pepsi, then I had more coffee. And so by the time that we were ready to play that show, I was so hyped up. Like I think it was one of our best sets by far. After that set, I literally took a pillow and a blanket, and I fell asleep in the car because I was like,
yeah.
I was fine, and then I was crashing. I wouldn't even call that like a worst show moment. I just think it's like funny because
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's all I have for you guys. But Sydney here is joining me to ask some of the fan questions that we received for this interview.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay, first question. What is a song you never get bored of?
Like a general song or like one of ours?
I think a general song
Oh,
Probably
man.
general.
Okay.
or one of ours.
That's crazy. We'll need a minute.
I know. Oh boy. I mean, any Black Eyed Peas, like Boom Boom Pow. I mean, that one comes on, and I'm always just like, "Yep, this is it."
That
I
one
don't know.
hits.
I'm pulling up my playlist. This is like, I don't even know where my phone is. I don't even have my phone on me. It's fine. I mean, I think out of like our songs, a song that never gets bored is Rotten Coffee, definitely. But yeah, no, a general song. I think or Waking Up in Vegas by Katy Perry has been my new biggest like kick. Like as we were driving to Grand Rapids, I think I requested that song like 3 times, like within the 2 hours.
Wild.
Yes.
I can think of, I think, well, a song that I like that I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of. From one of my favorite bands, Citizen. They have a song called "Figure You Out," and that's been like my anthem for like at least like 5 years. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of that. And from our songs, what we play, I'm gonna have to agree with Darcy. I really like Rotten Coffee. I think it's my favorite one to play live, just because there's a lot of like change ups in the song, and we get Will on stage, which is really cool. So that's probably the one that from what we play that I am not gonna get tired of.
Yeah.
I'd say Cannonball by the Breeders. It's a great song. For us, probably Saturday Plus One.
Nice.
I'm not
Baller.
going to elaborate.
Yeah, that was like the first song that like we didn't know what it was gonna sound
Yeah.
like, right? Because I don't think we had ever worked on it
No.
before, so
Yeah.
that was like the first song that we as a group like all
Yes.
worked on together. Like we didn't have
It was like a new song
Yeah,
for
like we
all
heard
of us.
it in the room.
yeah.
Yes. And then I think also for a song that never gets boring for me, in a more serious context, is "Spare Time" by Shortly. That song is like my pride and joy. Not pride and joy, but like, I love it. I love that song. If I could marry a song, I'd marry that song. Is the best way to put it.
I love that.
Yes.
Next we have a couple of who's most likely to questions.
Ooh.
First question, who's most likely to forget stuff?
I can say that. I think for our first show, the amount of times that I've forgotten a tuner, that's been funny. Or I've forgotten to unplug my uke, and then we show up, and it's like, hey guys, my uke is dead, and we don't have batteries. Time to go hit
Yeah.
Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know.
lent you like 2 or 3 different tuners.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Darcy on this one.
Well, were you're saying
Forgot my
You-
bass for the first
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, for our
but-
first show.
he was halfway to like our second show.
But it's okay.
No bass in the car.
like forgot his full bass at home.
Had to turn around.
Yes.
Only happened once, though.
Yeah.
Okay. On car rides to venues, who's most likely to get the aux?
Honestly, Will.
Yeah.
Like,
None of us.
yeah.
Definitely not me because they make me drive everywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like it might be in between me and Will, but like, Will is like our like designated groupie, but always on aux.
The designated aux
Yes.
guy.
A lot of Weezer. A lot of Weezer gets played.
Crazy.
Yes.
Awesome.
He's behind the camera.
Okay, who's most likely to get lost in the venue?
Andrew.
Andrew for sure.
Apparently me.
Yeah. I don't think we need to elaborate.
Don't think it's happened before.
No,
Just
we
wanna
need to
clear that
elaborate.
up.
Our
Has it
first
happened
show, I
before?
have gotten calls from Andrew driving to shows being like, I'm in a
Oh.
neighborhood and I don't know where I am.
See, they
Do
said
you have
in
your
the venue.
GPS?
I didn't even make it to the venue now.
So,
If I made
Yeah.
it in, I think I would have been fine.
yeah. But yes,
Who's most likely to fall off the stage?
Andrew. I don't move.
Yeah, Andrew,
It's me.
you actually fell once when we were
Oh
practicing.
yeah, in practice.
Oh,
He was
that was
going-
so
he
good.
was
That
going
was a rotten
crazy.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it happens.
I didn't see the whole thing. I just remember seeing him fall. Like I saw the aftermath. Him on the floor.
But yeah, no, I'm terrible with what is that called?
Moving.
Moving on stage. I know there's an actual word. Anyway, I just stand there and I just play my little ukulele and I sway kind of, and Andrew owns it.
Period.
Right, and I'm sitting.
Yeah, so if Tony fell, it would be backwards, but
Last one. Who's most likely to parallel park?
Tony.
Yeah, definitely. Darcy
Oh, the one time that
had to once.
but
when
you
we
were in the passenger seat
Yeah,
because that was when we were at Dime.
yeah.
No. We were
No.
across this.
Oh.
We were across the street
Yeah.
watching from a distance.
I drove Andrew because he doesn't like driving in the city because he freaks out.
Yeah, and I saw you up
I
on the
drove
curb.
Both of us, and then Darcy and Will drove, and we had already parked because we had already been there for like 10 minutes, and then she pulled up and was trying to parallel park for a good like 5
No,
minutes.
first of all,
Yeah,
I
there was-
circled the area numerous times,
Yeah.
even though there was available spots. And then I found a like tight spot. I have Tony on the phone, and I'm trying to parallel park, and they're trying to direct me from across the street how to parallel park, while Will is also like, cut the wheel, cut the wheel, cut the wheel. And I was like, I think I ended up having you parallel park. That's how that went.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I ended
Darcy
up,
still didn't park the
yeah,
car to this
I
day.
almost parallel parked. Instead went up the curb.
I
Yeah,
don't know how you made it like that.
yeah, can't park.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't really do it either. We got lucky. We just pulled into a spot. I
Yeah.
think it would have been kind of it would have been worse if we had to parallel park.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it either, but I think I'm probably better than them at it.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good to me.
Yeah, no, like when we were in Grand Rapids, the ongoing joke was like Tony and Will can drive the car up until we have to park it, and then it's Andrew and Darcy's job. Or like Andrew has to drive in Grand Rapids, like in the actual city, and I have to park the car.
I have to find the spot.
Yeah.
It's so hard finding parking in Grand Rapids.
It
As
really
someone
is.
from Grand Rapids, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we pulled up to the venue to load in, there was like one of those bars that they have to like raise to let you in. And so I pulled up. I was driving all of
Yeah.
this, and I pulled up because I thought they were gonna raise it to like let us in, and then they just didn't. So we were like stuck there, and I had to back out, and we like went around and went in through like the exit because
Yeah.
no one wanted to raise the gate. I think if Andrew had to do that, he would have broke down.
Yeah.
I
There would've
think
been
I
a
would have
show.
just gone through the gate, bro.
Yeah.
Just I see spots.
Around the gate, up on the sidewalk.
Perfect. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
My pre-show is usually I will go out to Starbucks and get a medicine ball, and I always feel like the worst person for doing that because it's like, no, I don't have COVID. I just need this. But I'll do that and like drown myself in like tea and water all day. And I will like space out everything where like I will get ready either like way too early or way too late. And then yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I just kind of show up.
Yeah.
And then we just go backstage, and then when they want us to go on, we go on.
Yeah. I'm also a very big, like, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't talk to me type of person before, like, the entire day. I feel bad.
What about you, Andrew?
That's pretty much the same. Like, I just show up for it.
Just straight vibes.
I'm just dramatic.
The duality.
Yes.
Okay. Andrew, what does this say?
All right. Somebody
Oh.
asked, go to McDonald's dipping sauce.
Sweet and sour or honey mustard.
All right, buffalo, for sure. I've never voluntarily had a different sauce.
I don't know. I honestly don't know the names of their sauces. Whatever their default barbecue sauce is, bro. Like, I haven't ever asked them. They've never, like, asked. They just give it to me. I've never been asked by them. They've never presented me with choices either.
Well, we went to McDonald's like twice when we went to
Yeah,
Grand Rapids.
yeah.
You got sweet and sour both
That's
times.
because I didn't know the names of them. I just went with it. They were fine. It was fine. They're all good. All McDonald's is good. I'm saying that into the mic, into the camera. All of it's fine. Michael Keaton.
So the next segment of the show, we actually all have to try all the different McDonald's dipping sauces blindfolded. Andrew has the guest.
How many are there?
At least 4, man.
At least one.
There's, yeah. I know the one.
Anyway. Do you have any hidden talents?
Yeah, I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I think, yeah, we got a
Right.
cube right here. I haven't done it in a while.
Watch him mess it up.
Yeah. I might. I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of suck at it now. I was one of those kids when I was like 10.
A nerd.
Yeah. I would like bring it to school.
We should have done this at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he could do this.
I know.
What about you guys? Do you have secret talents?
Secret talents. I play the ukulele. Can I?
Not secret. That's like your career.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like the
whole
whole-
joke. That's like the whole joke.
It's a gag.
Yes,
It's a gag.
it's a bit.
It's a bit of a goof.
Yes.
It's a bit of a silly.
Yeah, I was actually really good at basketball in high school. I was supposed to play, you know, what the good teams in college, and then I didn't go to college because for basketball, I was supposed to go to the NBA.
Actually?
Yeah, and then I quit to play in your band.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's my hidden talent.
Andrew's hidden talent is lying.
Is this?
Yeah, Andrew's hidden talent is gaslighting everyone in the room.
Gaslight,
almost
girl boss,
done with that.
gatekeep.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
He's
wow.
literally like almost done.
I
No.
honestly don't know if I have any like hidden talents.
Forgot how to do
Yeah, no.
It's mesmerizing.
I know, quite literally. This could be a whole segment of it.
It's
You got
really like
this.
stiff, so
Yeah.
I might have some trouble. at
Oh,
this
you got the
part.
white.
Uh,
Anyways, more tour stories. No. Tour stories. We've never been on tour. I don't know where that came from.
Red ass.
Yeah.
Well, we have more questions. Two more
Okay.
questions. The second to last one is, what artists inspire your work?
Ooh. Shortly is definitely has been a huge inspiration. She's from Michigan. Highly recommend her. If you haven't listened to her just yet, the Sonderbombs was actually like when these two, like when we started talking about music, and they were like, well, like what's the idea? And I like sent them like Sonderbombs music, and they're kind of like a ukulele punk band. And something that's really fun with that is we actually ended up opening up for them in October. And that was a huge deal. And I think one of the coolest things was like walking off a stage and they were all right there. And they were super sweet people. Yeah, that retirement party is another one of mine who we're opening up for next month, April 6th at the Sanctuary. It's their last show in Michigan. But yeah, I think those are like my main three that have like influences sound. Never Shout Never was a very big old influence on like my old writing. And then like One Direction, Harry Styles.
Of course.
Yes.
yeah, so I'm gonna say that for like my drum parts, I take a lot of inspiration from Citizen, like I was talking about earlier. They're one of my favorites. I also like Mom Jeans. Their drummer's super good, but I'm not I'm not on the same level as them. But I like to think that they inspire me. I'm kind of stuck on the Rubik's Cube. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of
This
sticky.
is very mesmerizing.
Yeah.
So start taking the stickers off of it.
got the yellow.
Yeah, you got
Like-
the yellow, you got the white.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me, for artists that inspire me,
Oh, I think I messed it up.
so I can't think of any like directly for music, but there was this guy named Jim that was my teacher once. He was a blind man. He was an art teacher. Doesn't make sense, but it was really inspiring for me because like he didn't care the quality of what it was as long as it was something that I wanted to do. And so like I just quit school after that because I was like, fuck yeah. Oh, not that word. It's like, yeah, I want to do music. So like that guy, his name was Jim. I forget his last name, but he was old and he was blind.
That's a
It
really
was
cool
inspiring.
story.
That actually is really cool.
Okay, last question. Let's see if the Rubik's Cube will be
Yeah,
solved.
I kind of made some backwards progress.
Kind of here for it.
It's a metaphor. I don't know what for, but
Okay, last question. Do you have any hyper-specific playlist names? If
yes.
so, can you list them?
Okay, mine are Toys R Us grocery cart, and actually, I never told you this. You had posted a picture of a Toys R Us shopping cart on your story that like you and your brother found on
yeah,
the
that
side of
was-
the road
yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah, that's
That was
why I
in my
named that
house.
playlist that. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Nice.
I forgot that was like the whole like link between that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
and then the other one is Denny's chocolate chip pancakes. But I listen to Toys R Us shopping cart more, or grocery cart, or whatever it's called.
Mine are all just named after the year that I made them in. They just go by the year.
That's pretty specific.
I don't really use playlists. I kind of just remember what song I want to listen to.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of just compile them. I never go back and click play on the playlist. I'm just
Yeah.
like, this one was, I heard it this year.
All right, this is the closest I'm going to get.
Nice.
I don't
Okay.
remember the other
So
one.
take the stickers off of.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
can do a
orange
swap.
It's just those two.
We need a Sharpie. Yeah.
We'll just
Better
tape
than
them
what any
back
of us could do. So
for sure.
Edit it.
We'll
All
fix
right,
it in
so I
post.
can like 90% solve a Rubik's Cube.
How many
That's a
squares
challenge.
are there
You
on
can
it?
Yeah.
almost solve it.
9,
Put that on your
12.
resume.
right?
But he's missing 3.
Yeah,
Out
so it's like
of
these 3.
9 times 6.
What?
I'm trying to get
Hold
your
on, 9
exact
54.
calculation.
Look,
54.
the thumb trick still
And he's
works.
missing
I-
3 out of 54. So
Oh.
108. So it's like, yeah, almost 99%.
All right, so
Probably
that
like
was our
90
interview with
97-ish
Darcy
%.
Moran. If you'd like to hear their music
Could be
later
98.
this week, they will be performing live on our YouTube and Instagram pages Saturday, March 19th at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Thank you.